Dian Junwu coldly rebuffed the snow worship cult's high priestess Zhang Yixian, offering only a classified promise to deliver an answer within 3 days and ordering her to arrange her followers according to his instructions. With the summit concluded, the faction leaders rose to leave, but Dian Junwu detained Zhang Yi, surprising the onlookers by requesting to visit Zhang Yi's shelter. Though Zhang Yi's instincts screamed caution, he never hesitated to assume the deepest malice in strangers. Dian Junwu's offer of Jiangnan region intelligence on the zombie crisis proved too valuable to refuse. Zhang Yi masked his wariness with a broad smile and accepted the invitation, recognizing that maintaining functional relations with the military authority outweighed his paranoia. The two men walked out side by side, a clear signal of Dian Junwu's distinct regard for Zhang Yi compared to the open hostility he showed the base leaders. Xiao Honglian, Wei Dinghai, and Xing Tian watched with complex expressions, hatred for the man who had humiliated them, yet grudging admiration for the nobody who had carved a fortress from nothing and kept his people unscathed through the apocalypse. The atmosphere outside remained tense. Chen Jingguan stumbled into view, half his face wrapped in bloody bandages where Kong Shang had pierced his eye. Wei Dinghai's jaw tightened at the sight of his injured deputy, but he swallowed his rage, knowing open conflict with the investigation team was suicide. Chen Jingguan muttered about a friendly spar, preserving what dignity he could. Dian Junwu adjusted his sunglasses and delivered a flat reprimand to Wu Di and Kong Shang not to clash with the locals again. The driver and the martial artist exchanged amused glances. They knew their captain's scolding was theater. The beating had been a calculated demonstration. Without visible strength, the Jiangnan region's authority over Tianhai's warlords would be empty words. Zhang Yi observed the performance in silence, his position secure enough that he needed neither to posture nor to prove himself. The other leaders calculated their own next moves, caution tempering their arrogance after witnessing the investigation team's casual dominance. Just as the delegations prepared to disperse, a sharp voice cut through the cold air from the second-floor window. Qi Guangming, the team's sharpshooter, leveled a massive light-absorbing sniper rifle and announced an incoming zombie horde. Thousands of the creatures boiled out of the surrounding ruins, drawn by the concentration of living flesh and the noise of the summit. Their bloodlust roars echoed off the shattered concrete as they charged the central building's entrance, forcing the uneasy alliance of warlords and soldiers to turn their weapons toward a common enemy. The horde of several thousand zombies drawn by the summit's gathering charges the central building, prompting the assembled faction leaders to prepare for a tedious cleanup. Wei Dinghai stresses the need for total extermination to prevent intelligence leakage, but before anyone moves, Captain Dian Junwu descends the steps and removes his sunglasses. His eyes are an eerie grayish-white shining with a morbid light that shocks every onlooker. He whispers a single word: annihilation, and a blinding white light engulfs the space before them. When the light fades, the entire zombie horde has vanished, reduced to a pile of fine dust scattered by the wind. The display leaves Xiao Honglian, Wei Dinghai, Xing Tian, and even Zhang Yi utterly stunned. Zhang Yi realizes Dian Junwu operates on a level beyond human comprehension, questioning whether his own dimensional gate could withstand such power. The investigation team's Wu Di and Kong Shang note the captain ignored his own order to stay low-key, but the demonstration achieves its purpose. The previously hostile or skeptical base leaders now obey with genuine respect and softened voices. Dian Junwu replaces his sunglasses but immediately suffers a violent coughing fit, clutching his right fist inside his coat pocket. Zhang Yi recognizes the signs of an incurable ailment or ability-related injury that even Jiangnan's resources cannot fix. When Zhang Yi offers his doctor, Dian Junwu dismisses it as an old ailment requiring only rest. The leaders depart, and Zhang Yi invites the team to IBuiltAnapocalypseShelter shelter for the promised intelligence exchange. Inside the vehicle, Wu Di jokes about the captain's unusual warmth toward Zhang Yi, and Dian Junwu admits Zhang Yi's strength far surpasses the other faction leaders, marking him as a promising talent worth cultivating. The Jiangnan Special Operations Investigation Team speeds toward Yuelu Manor in their armored convoy. Inside the lead vehicle, Captain Dian Junwu's assessment of Zhang Yi as a promising talent code for recruitment potential catches his subordinates off guard. Explosive specialist Yi Jikong presses for the basis of such high praise, and Dian Junwu lays it out plainly, intuition honed by years of command, the hard evidence that Zhang Yi's small crew has clawed its way into Tianhai's top 5 factions, and the singular fact that they alone eradicated the zombie infestation around their base. As the team's leader, Zhang Yi's overall strength must be the highest. The revelation that Zhang Yi wields a spatial ability rare even in the resource-rich Jiangnan region sends a ripple of excitement through the carriage. Deputy Captain Bailey Changqing immediately grasps the strategic value: storage, logistics, mobility. Driver Wu Di, grinning with predatory anticipation, asks to test himself against this spatial user, only for Dian Junwu to caution that Zhang Yi's ability directly counters Wu Di's snow manipulation. The captain's interest is personal as much as professional. At his level, growth has stalled, and scouting new talent has become a rare pleasure. Ahead in Zhang Yi's vehicle, the mood is sober. Liang Yu and Uncle Yu listen as Zhang Yi dissects the Jiangnan team's display at the central building. Dian Zhenhua's annihilation, a blinding white light that vaporized thousands of zombies in an instant, has rewritten Zhang Yi's understanding of the power ceiling. The Jiangnan region, he realizes, fields multiple operatives at that tier. He resolves to shed pride and play the subordinate, sensing Dian Zhenhua's unusual favor toward him. Hours later, the convoy rolls through the gates of Yuelu Manor. The investigation team stares at the sprawling, opulent villa, once the private residence of China's wealthiest man, a luxury unimaginable even in Blizzard City's hardened bunkers. Meng Xiyu reminds them of the property's pedigree, but the disconnect remains jarring. Zhang Yi plays the gracious host with practiced ease, ushering them into a living room warmed by soft lighting and plush furniture. Zhou Kor and the shelter staff stand ready. When Zhang Yi casually offers simple refreshments, alcohol, coffee, soft drinks, the soldiers' faces twitch. The humble brag lands like a slap, Dian Zhenhua's eyelid jumps, and the others suppress the urge to throttle him. Professionalism wins out. They settle for plain water, eyes discreetly cataloging every comfort they've been denied for years. Dian Zhenhua then requests a private audience. In a southeast reception room walled with thick bulletproof glass overlooking the white wilderness, the two men sit across from each other with glasses of water. Dian Zhenhua cuts through the pretense. The Jiangnan region's intelligence network runs deeper than Zhang Yi assumes. The previous explanation was evasive. Don't play games. Zhang Yi's smile falters, then steadies. He understands the warning. The next words he chooses will define the relationship between his shelter and the military region that now holds Tianhai's fate in its hands. Zhang Yi abandoned his evasiveness and confessed to Captain Dian Zhenhua that his method for clearing the zombie hordes surrounding Yuelu Manor was strategic flooding, a tactic that had secured a 50-kilometer radius of relative peace but which he admitted could not eradicate the source. When Dian Zhenhua probed whether Zhang Yi had withheld the truth to let rival factions perish or to seize dominion over Tianhai, Zhang Yi acknowledged a fleeting desire for revenge against the hostile alliances but insisted the true obstacle was logistical. The vast subway network made it impossible to shelter the other factions' populations, and flooding merely displaced the threat. He argued that without eliminating the zombie king, the undead would endlessly replenish, and pointed out the anomaly of his small, reclusive shelter attracting massive hordes, concluding that in intelligence, the zombie king was deliberately targeting the 5 major factions. Dian Zhenhua, impressed by the deduction, revealed his true intent: recruitment. He assessed Zhang Yi as a Delta-level superhuman, the 4th tier of a 5-stage global classification system predating the apocalypse. Dian Zhenhua lectured on the hierarchy. Alpha and Beta were merely enhanced humans with capped potential, Gamma commanded power equivalent to hundreds, Delta, the tier Zhang Yi occupied, was defined by the capacity to absorb other superhumans' energy for limitless evolution, a revelation that instantly explained why Zhang Yi, Huahua, and Liang Yu could assimilate abilities while Uncle Yu and Fatty Su could not. The pinnacle, Epsilon, represented national strategic assets of terrifying power. When Zhang Yi asked if Dian Zhenhua himself was Epsilon, the captain smiled and denied it, claiming only Delta status, leaving Zhang Yi stunned that the annihilation ability which vaporized thousands was merely a Delta-level feat.